The requirement of this task was to implement full web API, as in previous task we implemented minimal API. Now let's look at the code. First, for robot commands bound in context, we create a robot command class that has some properties in it. The properties are ID, name, description, isMove command, created date, and modified date. Similar to robot command class, we also have map class that has the properties of ID, column, row, name, description, created date, and modified date. To use these properties, we need to create endpoints that we create in robot controller and map controller files. Now let's look at robotcontroller.cs first. First we import necessary libraries and define namespace called robotcontroller_API.controllers. The API controller states that it is a web API controller file. The route defines the base route for all the endpoints in this file. This line declares a public class named robotCommandsController that inherits from the inbuilt controller base class. Next, public static read-only list. This line declares a public static read-only list. The static keyword indicates that the list is shared across all instances of robot command controller class. The read-only modifier ensures that the content of the list cannot be changed after initialization. Then we initialize the list with data. Next, we have the HTTP GET request. This endpoint is applied to the getAllRobotCommands function, signifying that this method handles HTTP GET request using base router of controller API robot commands. Public IEnumerable. This line here, line number 21, this line defines a public method named getAllRobotCommands. This method retrieves all robot commands from the command list and returns them in an IEnumerable collection. Next, we have this endpoint, HTTP getMove. This attribute applied to the getMove commands only method. It returns the commands that has the isMove command property set to true. Next we have endpoint of getRobotCommandById. This endpoint returns the command using the ID provided by the user. If command with the provided ID is found, the method returns OK with response code of 200. If no command is found with the given ID, the method returns not found, resulting in an HTTP 404 not found response. Next we have the post endpoint. This endpoint is used to add another command to the list of commands. The method checks if a robot command with same name already exists in the command list. If a duplicate is found, it returns conflict, giving an error 409. If all the validations pass correctly, and a new command object is added to commands list using the add method. Next we have the endpoint of put. It is used to update robot commands. This method handles updating of an existing robot command. It takes one argument as ID. ID is the integer representing the ID of command that needs to be updated. Updated command here, it is an object containing the new information. The method first attempts to find the existing command with the given ID from the commands list. If no command is found with the given ID, the method returns not found, saying an HTTP 404 error. The code then checks if the updated command name differs from the existing command name. If they differ and command with new name already exists, the method returns conflict. If all the validations pass successfully, the method updates the properties of the existing command object in commands list with values from updated command parameter. If everything goes successfully, then it returns OK. Next we have the delete endpoint. This method handles deleting a robot command. It takes an integer argument representing the ID of command to be deleted. This method attempts to find the command with the provided ID from the commands list. If no command is found with the given ID, the method returns not found, giving a 404 error. Assuming the command is found, it's removed from command list using remove method. It does not return content to response body. It returns no content, signifying a 204 no content response, which shows successfully deleting the command. Then we come to mapcontroller.cs. It is similar to robot controller and has following endpoints. Get all maps. It lists all the maps that we have created. Then there is get square maps. It filters the maps that have same number of rows and columns. Next we have get map by ID. It gets a specific map using the ID given by the user. Next we have the post request that is used to add a new map. Next we have the put request. It is used to update an existing map. After this we have a delete map request. It is used to delete a map using the ID. And at last we have a request to check coordinates. It is used to check coordinates that are present in a map or not. Like if there is a map of size 2, 3 and if we give it coordinates of 4 and 5, it will say that these coordinates do not exist in the map. Similar to robot command controller, it uses a static list to manage all the maps. Now let's see the output of the task. Let's run our first endpoint, that is get all robot commands. As you can see that here we receive all the robot commands that we specified in the list. The next endpoint is get move commands. Here we receive the commands that have isMove command property set to true. Next we have the read command by ID. The next command is to add a new command. Let's put a new command, anything, and post this command. Here we have the new command. Now let's delete a command. Here you can see that the command has been deleted. Now let's try to update a command. So the command has been updated successfully. Next, let's read the maps. Here we can see that it gives us information about all the maps that has been created. This is the command to get square maps. It returns the maps that have the same number of rows and columns. Next we can request a map using its ID. Here we can see the ID3 map has 8 columns and 8 rows. Next we can update a map. We can update the size of the map and its rows and columns. Here the map has been updated. Next we can add a new map if we want. Like if we send this request, here you can see that a new map has been added. Next is a delete map command. The map gets deleted. Next is the command where it tells that the particular coordinates are present in the map or not. In here we first provide the ID of the map that we want to check and the coordinates that we want to check. As you can see that in the third map the coordinate 2, 2 is available. Third map 2 is available. So this was all about the output of the video. Thank you.